They're not trying to not make Black Widow's effect be a thing. They're trying to make it so Black Widow happening on turns 3, 4, and 5 is not a thing. Is what they were aiming to change. So for reference, if you hadn't experienced it, there was a Darkhawk Misery build that was designed to Black Widow you 3 turns in a row. I would not be surprised if they ended up putting Widow down to a 2 cost again with her ability being activate. But I also think it's fine to have left her at 3 and see how things play out in the short term. Ooh, piece of candy. Gets this. Then we can Thanos power start to the last turn. You can Mockingbird plus stuff. That sounds lovely. They have a freebie from Anti-Venom. I think they're usually a Shang deck, though. Yeah, the Misery Widow build that was designed to widow people a bunch was seeing a good bit of play. Solid first game for us. Deck looked very clean and cohesive. Nothing too crazy, but just like solid numbers on curve. It's such a small but simple change to help people catch up. Change the 4th option in a Spotlight Cache to either guarantee a card you don't have or be like 75% to have a card you don't have. I actually think suggestions like that are very silly and show a fundamental misunderstanding of what goes into Marvel Snap's economy. Hedge, thank you for the 2 years. Great Connect, coming in hot for the 10 months. Rodfert with the 41 months. Good morning, good morning. A suggestion like the 4th slot should just be a guaranteed card doesn't meaningfully address either of the 2 core problems Snap has, in my opinion. One, it doesn't really help people catch up a ton because it means you have to have 4 keys to catch up 1 card. And 2, it doesn't help people who are new players get to meaningful good decks faster. The only thing changing the last slot to be a new card does is make it so existing endgame players get more stuff for free. I actually think the endgame loop for people who are regularly playing Snap is actually pretty reasonable how it is. As someone who thinks Marvel Snap's economy needs a good restructuring at the moment, the issues it has are not for the people who are regularly playing. The issues that the Marvel Snap economy needs to address is new player onboarding and returning player catch-up. Hey, Dudley, I saw your DM on Discord. Can you pop up in chat again? I'll get you the gift sub hooked up. I'm curious to see if Black Swan feels useful and relevant in this deck. She could be a sweet enabler for Squanch in this. Actually, do I do this now then, since I drew the Mind Stone? I think so, yeah? I've been seeing a lot of players call Agent Venom a Bast clone, and I'm not sure it's entirely correct. You're right that it's not entirely correct. Video gamers absolutely love making comparisons between things that make absolutely no sense. This will make both of these free plus blob, yeah? This is kind of a gas turn. I think it's the same except for it's completely different. It's completely different. You're right. Now, what people mean when they say it's a Bast clone is that Bast and Agent Venom have similar deck building restrictions. But that was true even when Agent Venom set power to 4 as opposed to 3. The deck building restrictions were very similar. The Squanch into Reality Stone here to make Mockingbird and Scar free is actually kind of absurd. I'm picking up what this deck is putting down, gamers. Shuri's Lab on the right is like not ideal for us, but I don't see how they win here. We're at 31 there. It's probably fine. We're adding 19 in the middle. We're adding, you know, at least 13 over here. Probably a little more. Yeah, if they're beating 31 on the right, they're probably not winning either of the other two.
Victory.
Hey, we actually haven't drawn a suitor yet, but our deck's been pretty functional. Pretty functional even without it. It's good. Oh my gosh, we completed an activate mission too? Must be Christmas.
Epic.
Epic. Tachias Rex, thank you for the 18 months. I appreciate the year and a half. Welcome back.
Destiny will arrive.
With Okoye in hand, I'm actually going to lead on the Power Stone because we want the draws after we Okoye. You did today Zeus style Thanos. We played some ongoing Thanos yesterday. It was okay. If I play here, I brick a draw, so I think we're waiting on that. Alright, some days you're the pigeon, other days you're the statue. Take a mulligan on this one.
Escaped.
They gave Brick the draw anyways, and gave them... Honestly, the fact that they diffed us 4 points on the left was a bigger deal than the Brick draw. None of it was good, but it was extra bad. Broad was like, are you sure you didn't want the Sentinel, Jeff?
The universe.
Are you sure you're sure? Ooh, free scar discount. Lovely. Glad you learned something, Jack Search. Oh, bro, I'm begging you, stop putting cards in my hand. Hands and knees. I think someone put it best yesterday. They were like, why would you want to lose a 1-in? Why would you want to lose a 50-50 in Pokemon Pocket when you could lose a 1-in 200 while playing Marvel Snap? And I had never felt something so viscerally in the core of my being before. Marvel Snap is a native PC client, Drumkilla. You'll get this widescreen view by default. The thing that's extra is on PC, this deck tracker is a third-party tool called Untapped. Are they ever an Alioth deck? Honestly, that's not really terrible for us. I'm gonna add 9 more over here with the Suitor. Jeff, are you thinking about making a Pokemon Pocket explainer? I have no idea how to min-max the 7+ currencies. So, part of the reason why I haven't made a Pokemon Pocket economy video is because you kinda don't have to min-max the 7+ currencies. One of the reasons why they have so many currencies in that game is they're basically all siloed, and they're all separate. You should just always spend them. The literal only currency you have to think about is how you spend your Pokegold, the premium currency that you buy. And that's literally just, do you spend it on Wonder Picks or packs? Oh yeah, absolutely dominated. Oh, wait. Actually, because of the Soul Stone, wow, we barely win because Blob actually isn't 10, I don't think, right? Oh, no. No, I forgot. What did he eat? I thought he was going to be smaller. That's fine. We were good either way. What was in my deck that I was forgetting? Oh, they were bigger from Okoye. They were bigger. Okoye is what I was forgetting. I was like, how did he get to 14? They were bigger from Okoye. I do not expect Valentina to be a super competitive must-have card. You think there will ever be Pokegold bundles with Hourglass or other currency in them? So, Datamine said there's references to some type of Black Friday sale in Pokemon Pocket coming up. So if you're on the fence about spending money on stuff in that game, or you're thinking you're gonna rip the Band-Aid, I'd recommend like waiting a week and a half and see what happens.
The universe shall be set right.
Noah, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. Let's make sure you have a sword to go with that shield. Sandbar! Boo this man. Boo! Boo! As always, poor Thanos catching flack from Erishim. Yeah, let's just fill this in the surge so they can't.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Oh, wait. This works how I want it to, yeah? Actually, what if I do this? Does this not work how I want it to? I would be very upset with you, old man, if these cards are free next turn. I'm changing my line because you said they'll cost 1. Okay, well, we'll find out. Chat, I think they're supposed to be 0. This is what I get for listening to fucking chat. You're the worst. And if you're responding to someone else in my chat and you didn't use the reply feature or tag them, it's your fault, not mine, when I blame you for making a bad suggestion. Also on you. I think we still win this, yeah? What did they play on the right? I'm so confused.
I see.
Uh-oh. Why is there a Heimdall in that deck?
Victory.
I mean, classic Heimdall lose the game, but why is there a Heimdall in that deck? Yeah, maybe they must be farming bounties, yeah? No, they're ranked 200. I don't know. The Black Swan's actually been much better than I was expecting her to be so far. She's felt pretty clean. For enabling the Mockingbird and whatnot.
The universe shall be set right.
With Kyera, that's neutralish for us. For any stone here. Well... Alright, I want to do this next turn, so that way we can guaranteed play out whatever we draw. Oh, man. Yeah, I can waste Nico's draw too, that's true. I think I want to do this because they're likely to want to pull this into here, and I want to give them a 66% chance to break it off, I think. Is the play. Mockingbird's a 6 cost. Yeah, I'm aware. I don't want Nico's effect to go off. I'm not trying to draw. I'm trying to play 2 cards to keep Sasquatch as cheap as possible. They haven't used Anya yet. I think it's still just this. If you're missing Fastos, you probably just play another good 3 energy card. Red Guardian's probably fine. Is Surtur plus Blob slightly better? Oh yeah, baby. Surtur would be 1 less here. Maybe a little bit more here, most likely.
I see the way.
Rip. Wait, what? Honey. I was concerned that Heimdall was gonna win the game there for a second. Thankfully, our opponent pulled it out. Thankfully, they found the line. What did you want them to do, chat? Not activate their Anya? Classic defeat from the jaws of victory. All right, let's tap a Twitch chat and we're gonna play some more of this. Build actually seems really sweet. Thanks for hanging out. Gamers don't go anywhere. Feels good to play some good Marvel Snap this morning. I'm not snapping, so I guess we won't take that one. Beep, 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 beep. I mean, Heimdall lose the game. I do not think I'm likely to be commissioning any more snap emotes. I think if anything, I need to commission some Pokemon ones. Green Carter, thank you for the 2/3 of a year. Welcome back. Do we need to bring back the garbage emote? That's definitely one thing I didn't miss from a traditional TCG in Snap. Is Snap, or Pokemon Pocket having garbage time is eh. Nick Fatty, thank you for the half a year. Welcome back. Yeah, coin flip emote would be multi-game applicable for sure. Woo! Back up to 291 spotlight keys. That's good. I was getting worried. Do I want this Thena variant? Thena variant's pretty good. I'll look at the one that I have and decide if I like this new one better or not. Ooh, Dizzy Kangaskhan's a good one. Nothing super noteworthy in the untapped dive. Classic discard was the strongest performer, and Destroy is currently having its worst performance I've literally ever seen. Common suitor deck playing Armor and Cosmo is not kind to it. Treat Nico for the Quicksilver here. I think I'm resetting this. Oh, I should have done that in the other order. I should have done that in the other order so I could. What's it called here? Reality Stone here. I'm also out of rocks in my deck. How's this going? It's been really solid for us.
Power must be controlled.
Classic New York flip. Thanos now draws himself for free at the start of the game like Agatha. So he's an additional card in your hand. He doesn't replace a card. So he doesn't hurt your consistency nearly as much. You're gonna be waiting a little bit for Pokemon. We're doing a nice full stream day with a few hours of Snap and a few hours of Pokemon.
Victory.
Snap's been solid this morning. I expect we'll be here for at least 3 hours. And Maine, thank you for the 89 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Yeah, I think the OTA was solid. And this is the big thing. But I think one of the, thank you for the almost 90 months, Sandbane. Appreciate the, closing it on 7.5 years. Good morning, good morning. I think the change to Agent Venom, making it feel like Shadow King is a little bit less must-play, is a big deal. This current deck that I'm playing, feeling reasonable, is a good sign for Marvel Snap in general. Because our deck's not producing absurd, stupid numbers, and it's also not kicking people's sandcastles over. And I think those two things, not needing to do that is a big deal. Okay, so am I getting rid of the Adelan? I hate this Forge. I think I'm not playing this unless I'm getting rid of the Adelan. It's so close.
I found the rock.
Well, their Darkhawk's gonna be unbeatable, but that was probably always gonna be the case. I think I do this and take 3 Fastos cards here. It's close though. We did talk about Wall of Roots finally getting fixed last week. Only took 9.5 years, 8.5 years. What a nil hole. Imagine waiting this long to snap me. I figure we were just gonna actually get to play the game. That was the point where you finally felt ahead? Okay. None of these are very useful. 314 is pretty underrated, yep.
Destiny will arrive.
This game does not have any catch-up mechanics in it. It's actually something we've talked about a lot recently. In terms of things they need to improve and change. It's a big problem. Holy! I don't know that I expect our deck to be able to keep up with the numbers output from Destroy. But that's the thing, Mad Max. Your comment that you need to have a solid pool 3 collection to keep up. Not every new players don't have solid pool 3 connections when they come into the game. That's an end game player thing. I really wasn't impressed with Marvel Rivals. It felt like the actual gameplay wasn't very good in my opinion, and that it's mostly being carried by the Marvel IP. Incredibly whelmed by what it had going on. Oh, I should activate just for doing my mission. Sure. It doesn't matter. There's an Elysium. I guess they could randomly deco the Elysium, I suppose. And my Scar nerf means I can't tie them here. I think we're maybe good. I'm gonna add 6 more in the middle up to 31. So that's the other thing, James. And so I feel like I need to screenshot your messages here, James, to send to Second Dinner, because that's literally the conversation I had with them like earlier this week. Is you literally can't even spend money in Snap to build meta decks. You have to just play the game for a while. It's structured completely different from. It's structured completely different from other similar games. Oh man. And you have to constantly get emoted by motherfuckers. I can't, it's crazy how much my mood goes like, okay, Shang-Chi, Arizona feels bad, and then I get emoted afterwards too, and suddenly I go from, my Marvel Snap session was great, we're gonna play for a few hours, I'm ready to close the app and load Pocket right now. I'm gonna go post my weekly message in the Snap Discord, so letting them know they need to turn emotes off. This is my weekly message letting you know that a bad beat compounded by emote gloating makes me want to delete Snap. Please let people opt out of emotes. They ruin my joy so frequently. I'm sorry, what? Excuse me? Is it Nico left ice? Yeah, that's fair. Oh my god, our reality stones have just been absolutely miserable today.
Escaped.
Actually the worst. The stone Thanos doesn't really matter because it means I can't meaningfully play for all 3 locations is the problem. I don't have board space to play my stones out. If I play the stones out and play Thanos in the middle, I'm not going to be able to compete left and right, which is what I need to do against their Ajax deck. Yeah, series drops will be happening in the December patch, and we always get communication that at least 2 weeks out of what the series drops will be. So we should know before the end of November what series drops are coming. Yikes. Deep space actually doesn't bother us. That one does.
What a game!
Slane, thanks for the
To
space.
change my underwear.
There's the death on one side, something else on the other.
Controlled.
Every time without fail. Every time without fail. Fastest emote in the West. Pockets made me hate Marvel Snap emotes even more. Yeah, because it lets you know that there's a place where you don't have to be harassed by your opponents after they win.
The universe shall be set right.
Lets you know that there's an alternative. Go draw. Nefastos is cute. Fat bricks a draw, which I don't think I want to do. If I do this, this goes to 3, and this goes to 3. Great, math. Is reality still good here? Early been.
Victory.
I don't even know if it's a juke. I don't think they can beat us. I get to add 17 on the right up to 35. They'd have to have a really high roll blob to beat us there, yeah? Based on how the rest of our reality stone variants has gone today, I can only assume they could beg Dino. Yeah, I guess.
The universe shall be set right.
So let's hold on Thanos. Thanos is much better than it was. I would not be surprised if it's still not competitive. In no small part due to stuff like this. These types of locations are so bad for this archetype. There's so many of them. Genuinely, Savage Lands and Central Park both need their how often they appear turned way down. So I could Nico the Okoye. I think that's worse than just like calling to Thanos, yeah? Because then the Scar is free. My 10% code on Into the AM is good in perpetuity. They're a recurring partnership for the stream, but their extra discount for the holiday sale is going on through December 8th. Which stacks with my code. And then we have Scar plus Blob on the last turn to trigger Surtur twice more. And honestly, I've got so many things that eat it to tech cards that aren't, these die to Shang either way, so I think I just do this. And they can't Shang me everywhere, right? Is it ever Kyera? Is it ever Kyera Scar? Or is it just Bluff? So, Kyera Scar left beats a Shag on the left. It's also pretty good into Shag in the middle, too. US Agent's also a thing. Yeah, but I'm beating US Agent over here, right? I'd be going to 22, they'd be going to 11, they'd give me -8 down to... yeah. Does Kyera predict call? She doesn't, but Shang here only puts them to 11, and I'll be at 12 even if they Shang us. The Shagxiety is real, yep. Also, worth noting that there's gonna be more Shang-Chi in the game starting next week. Because Fenris Wolf is the Shang-Chi combo card.
Destiny will arrive.
Fenris Wolf returns the highest power destroyed card from your opponent's side to play under your control. I think I'm playing the stones after I fast those. Destroyed or discarded, yeah. Yeah, it works with things like Black Bolt, but it's also not very good with that, because you want high power things. They hit the 1 in 5 to get my Fastos. Yep. Yes, it's activate, so you get them back on the last turn. Is accurate. You like that burning Shadow King proactively is good for us? Alright, so we're winning the right, and we're ahead in the middle. But it says they have 7 energy. That's wrong, right? They also have White Hot Room? Is 23 ever enough? I have 2 cards. Probably enough, yeah. Oh no! Please don't take the text off my cards! Oh no! Be gone, interloper! Young Thick, thank you for the 2 years. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Both of those middle also. No, I was short of winning middle, right? Was I? I actually don't know offhand. Did I count wrong? We were 23? Maybe it was enough? I didn't count. We only tied middle. Okay, then I counted right. I thought I counted, but then I doubted myself when Jen asked. Alright, I firmly believe in ending a deck on a high note, and beating Alliance sounds like a high note. This deck was fine. We ate crap to Shang-Chi a few times despite having Kyera, just because Shang-Chi still kills Surtur and Cull Obsidian. Black Swan felt like she was better than I was expecting her to be. There were a number of games where we like Black Swanned on 3 or 4 and then played out a bunch of stones on 4 or 5 to make Mockingbird and Sasquatch cheap, which was good. Okoye and Fastos letting Mockingbird get up to 10 or 11 somewhat consistently to trigger Surtur and Scar felt good. To let her get in there despite her nerf to 9. How noticeable are the Surtur adjustments? I think there was one game we would have won if Scar had one more power, but overall you still win plenty of games. Those changes were good because Surtur and Scar are still very playable after they lose a point.